Cutting moldings. Cutting molding is similar to cutting tiles. Here it is important to allow the saw to cut through both ends first before you finish the cut. That way you don't need to deal with unwanted breakout on either end of the cut. Hold the saw at a right angle to the molding. Here we show you how you can put the proper pencil marks with a template on a Baroque molding or a sill. These templates are especially helpful if you need to cut 45 or 22.5 degree angles, which you need for inside corners. These templates are not needed for the quirk cuts for outside corners. For other moldings, simply use a square for making your line. Using a grinder is essential for finishing moldings. If you take a look at the moldings that have a factory square end like we see here, you will need to minimize the taper. If you install 2 of these moldings without cutting them, you will end up with a joint of about 3/4 of an inch. If you batch cut all these straight ends, you will be far more efficient. All molding joints should be about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. Mitering using the drop leaf. Now we show you how to use the drop leaf for cutting quirk miter cuts on moldings and inside corner miters. Plinth is generally 2 inches thick, so marking for a 45 degree or quirk corner cut, you will half the thickness and draw a line 1 inch horizontally along the edge. Now you can cut as seen here. The quirk miter is cut like this. It is very important to hold the saw table of your circular saw perfectly horizontal in order to get a perfect 45 degree miter. Here we can use the 45 degree template to draw out where you will cut for our quirk corner. Now cut as seen here. Remember, make sure you're holding your saw level to the table to ensure a good angle cut. Back cuts, inside corners. First determine the length of your molding, then subtract 1.5 inches off your overall length, mark and straight cut. Now you can lay your molding face down in the drop leaf. Only for the inside corner miters do we turn the molding upside down and make this cut from the back side. Now you will mark your molding with the line horizontal to the thinnest part of your molding, as seen in these examples. You may have to adjust the depth on the drop leaf depending on your molding length. Now cut across like you would any other drop leaf molding. Note, you will want to cut slowly to avoid your molding from chipping out on the face. You may grind this edge a bit if needed. Now install your corner piece. Cutting sills. When cutting a sill, you want to measure your cut distance from the bottom of the sill. Use a square to draw your line and cut as you would other moldings. If tile is going to butt up to our sill, you will want to cut a notch into the ends so the tile will fit alongside your sill. Here we demonstrate how to do this. Depending on the tile you are using will determine the amount you will cut off. You will then hammer drill along this strip, which will be covered with caulking after the install. Depending on the length, we recommend 3 to 4 holes.